What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemon, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. If I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Welcome to the Monday night airing of grievances. Yes, it's our weekly Festivus. It's the Monday Mayhem Show. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, streaming from the Steel City to the world. We have with us our typical crew as well that I did not ready the button for, but you're going to hear in the moment the voice of Mad Mike, the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE. How you doing, good sir?
Sweet fuck, what was that, Raw? Like, oh my god. Like, have you ever had a shit Sunday and the cherry on top was Baron Corbin? Like, don't get me wrong. There are some sprinkles.
Uh-huh.
But it's still a shit Sunday. Even if you pick out the sprinkles, they're covered in shit. And if I could, and I know this is a trite and overused cliche, and no one will ever do this. But if I had a graphic to show a report card for this Raw, it would show all D's and D pluses.
Oh, that's one of the few things I saw. Oh no. We also have with us to give his expert opinion on Monday Night Raw, Mainstream Matt of Just Pro Wrestling News, the podcast.
Not sure how I'm more qualified to give my opinion on this show than any of you are, but you know what? This seems to happen all the time. Like, you reach this critical mass with WWE where your brain will not accept anymore, and it just starts to reject the entire program. Because, for the last couple of weeks, I've not necessarily been just kind of like knee-jerk upset while watching Raw or even SmackDown for that matter. But tonight, I guess my brain just said, you know what? I've had enough. This is all trash. Maybe. So while isolated, there may have been a few kernels of fun within this show. The entirety of it and just the overwhelming, just endless feeling of routine, as if we have done this a billion times with so many of these stories, is crushing me, Sorgi. We are literally spiraling in circles down a commode into the cesspool sewage system that is like this, just like completely just underwhelming, WrestleMania build where nothing feels like it has any juice. And I look at these matches on paper. I'm sure that they will be lovely once they get into the ring, but we have to get there first. We have another week of this bullcrap TV to get through. Actually, we have 2 weeks of this bullcrap TV to get through before we get to the finish line. I have had just about enough.
So, do you want some positive before we go into it?
Sure. But I just want to, before we do that, I want to give a shout out to, we're streaming tonight, of course, on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook page, the YouTube page, and over the Sorgatron Media Twitch going on there. What's up, Spence, over on Twitch? What's up, everybody else hanging out in the Facebook page? Our buddies Tina, Alex, both Alexes, Alex 1 and 2 from California. Well, it's our West Coast.
In there.
It's all our West Coasters and DP apparently.
Shout out to DP.
What's up? Of course, this is Patreon in the Bank Eve. If you're wondering what we're talking about, that's our WrestleMania booking experiment. Then it's what, 7th year is it? And tomorrow is the day where our Patreon providers, supporters. That's the
our
word.
patrons.
That's a word. Our Patreon patrons, who have contributed to get special powers in this booking. Yes. This give the fingers. There you go. Some signals there. If
That's
you're
me dishing out that's me making the powers rain. That's what I'm doing. There
it is.
Right there.
If you're catching, and a reminder, if you're catching us on the live streams, you can also subscribe to us on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Super Feed to get this and all the wrestling podcasting, which is usually in the front of the week. Actually, I haven't been doing. I need to get another interview for this month, but anyways, so.
Positive first.
Positive first.
Has nothing to do with
I like to start the show on a positive because I don't want people to say, "Oh, it's another shitting on WWE podcast." It's like,
then it's actually positive about WWE. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So I am not the grizzled toy vet that our buddy Ronnie Starks is, but I had a pretty good find over the weekend.
Oh, that is a Bianca Belair.
That is a Bianca Belair elite figure.
Elite collection.
Yeah,
Yes.
We were going to the old Wally World, doing some grocery shopping, and I'm like, you know what? Let me look. And I found Bianca Belair. I also found Angela Dawkins there, but didn't get him.
Okay.
You know,
Angela.
just didn't get him. That's fine.
I mean, okay.
The wife's a big fan of Bianca Belair.
Ah, gotcha.
So, I mean, you know. And plus, she's going to be the SmackDown Women's Champion, so
absolutely.
Get it while it's hot.
Are you sure about how sure about that are you, Mike? Are you feeling
I am willing to
I mean, are you
all of our Patreon from this month.
Sorg, did we tell you about did you hear this news that this is classic Monday Mayhem Warrior tactic here, trying to not to talk about Raw.
Yes.
Did you hear about this? That DraftKings is about to become the official gaming partner of WWE. Gambling on the wrestling, Sorg.
Yeah.
Gambling on the wrestling.
So
with our knowledge combined, we are going to be rich beyond our wildest dreams.
Yes.
All we have to do is all of us have to agree on which match is certain person is definitely, absolutely, 100% most certainly going to win, and we're going to pull all the Patreon money we make from Patreon in the bank. We're going to bet it all, and then we're going to watch money come in. We're going to double or triple, triple our money. Bet it all.
I don't know.
To the moon.
To the moon.
I don't know if we're allowed to do that, but
we are totally allowed to do it.
Listen.
It is totally legal in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to gamble on the sports. And we are going to gamble on the sports.
I mean, if the Patreons send a message and say I'm cool with it, like then
Sorg.
What?
Sorg.
Yes.
I'm cool.
Oh, okay.
Sorg,
there's one.
Sorg, you don't understand. We're definitely going to win, so they're never gonna know.
Well, Matt, we also need to look at the odds.
I've seen movies that started this way.
No. You can't go chasing the odds. I just said we have to all agree on which match we know 100% who is going to win.
Okay.
So we're going to take all of our money. We're going to bet it on Kevin Owens because he's not losing to Sami Zayn in that match. He is an ironclad lock. Lock of the week. He is my lock of the week.
No, I mean, Bianca's the metaphysical certitude of the week, of the month.
You are testing fate by betting on that match, and Mike. You're taking a chance.
Are you really saying that there's no world in which you see Sami Zayn winning?
There is no world. There's not this universe, not that other universe next door. There is no universe in which Sami wins that match. That is a Kevin Owens win.
Matt. I don't do this often. I will bet you a side bet. But for a special bonus for myself for Mayhem Mania next year. If you're that certain.
That's pretty rich, but I will bet you $2 Canadian.
$2 Canadian.
Kevin Owens will win. Will defeat Sami Zayn. And if you're smart, you'll bet all. Maybe these are not the two matches we should be going for. Maybe Sorg has a match that he feels very strongly about. Sorg,
does this end with Trish Stratus kissing you? Is that how this works?
No. That's not gonna. That's not.
So I want to point out, because it's brought up in the chat room about how Alex is pointing out that I already got in trouble with Patreon over something like this. No, I didn't get in trouble. So there was a time where we're like, hey, we'll give you a poster or randomly somebody that gave the Patreon, and I had to sit down with people from Patreon at a podcast movement in Philadelphia a few years ago, and I'm like, yeah, we're doing this and this and there, and they're like, you need to stop that. I'm like, what? They're like, that's technically gambling and that's against our terms. I'm like, okay. So I have these posters over here that have been sitting for a couple years. So if anybody wants the Rampage poster with The Rock on it, I mean,
all right. Well, I guess I'll just have to bet my stimmy check then, Mad Mike. But let's just bottom line this thing.
But that's the other side. I don't know. I think we could do with the money as we wish. I don't know if we should be advertising it.
We're keeping the lights on. Alex Miller says the Fiend is an easy lock. No.
Unless
Alex,
it's a gimmick match, and if that gimmick is a Firefly Funhouse match.
That is not a lock. He could get written off TV at WrestleMania. He could be gone. Poof. Did you see that outfit he's in? Who's buying that? No one's buying that. No one's buying that.
You never know.
Burned up Fiend.
Are you gonna root for the guy that
Fiend
looks?
Flambe.
Are you gonna root for the guy that looks like literally burnt toast?
Hey, you know what? Randy Orton has been to the standing booth a lot of times. That doesn't mean he looks like burnt toast.
I mean,
I want Randy to show up with just an unbelievable tan and just be like, I just didn't want you to feel alone, Fiend. Now hold still for my punt kick. You know,
God, what the fuck?
I want Randy. I'll be rooting for Randy. That's for sure. So,
wow.
So
Okay.
that match is not a lock. Let's.
No.
You got any other? You got a lock there, Mike?
I'm telling you, Bianca is a lock.
Bianca's a lock.
Bianca's a lock.
I want to agree with you, but I'm just telling you. I just
actually, you know who?
I feel like you're
taking. You know who is a lock?
I feel like you're there's that 1% there. I'm just.
You know who I think is a lock? Cesaro.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta see the build on Friday. See where they're going.
I think Cesaro.
I mean, Cesaro is just like every week. Cesaro is just swinging Seth around. I mean, that seems like a red flag. Like
bold prediction for WrestleMania: he's going to swing Seth Rollins 100 times.
Time of the match.
He's done
45
it before.
45 minutes.
No, he's
30 minutes swinging.
Grant, he did it to Grizzly Redwood, but he's done it before.
He's done it. I believe he can.
Oh, Rodney's in the chat, so I should show him my Bianca.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was here for the Bianca Belair, so there's a second look there for you. So Raw was very talky, it seemed.
Oh boy.
Here's a question about Raw.
Did
Riddle forget his lines when he was talking to Asuka?
Oh my God, Riddle!
Like, I can't tell because he's so flaky. I'm like, maybe this is a thing. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Matt, RVD is getting into the Hall of Fame, so
well deserved too.
Someone just saw his path. Someone just saw his path.
Yeah.
Follow the path. Yeah.
Just follow the Smoky Road.
Yeah. I'm surprised RVD's not getting specially inducted on April 20th.
They should reschedule that.
They should.
They should just do it then. Doesn't matter.
Just make it so. Yeah.
Riddle was all over the place on this show. He just kept popping up.
If Riddle never talked again, I'd be okay with it.
Somebody loves Riddle for all the wrong reasons.
I mean, yeah, but not enough to like make him look good in the ring. Yeah. Like in his matches. But they just love him enough to see like goof off.
Dude,
and here's another thought too. That Scooter can't put over that beating for a week. It's got to come right back. Like, what the hell, man?
No, I know what kind of scooter that
like,
is.
No,
those things are pretty much impervious.
I mean, Riddle. If Riddle isn't the next R-Truth,
we don't need another R-Truth. We still have one.
Well, R-Truth. We don't listen. We don't need another R-Truth. We have R-Truth at home.
I mean, they got no shortage of geeks. I mean, that's the thing.
Like.
I mean, like McIntyre, like going through that locker room and just like wasting the entire like PC lockdown era. Was just rough, man.
There is no top face on Raw.
Wait. Let's roll back a second. Drew destroying that locker room. I did take in that one a little bit, and it just seemed like, hey, does anybody here want to write something that is like the end of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but for wrestlers versus Twitter.
Yeah, but like, no, this was him trying to be the Undertaker.
Is that what it is?
That's what I took from it. Like,
okay,
like how so? I need
like
more.
everyone's focusing on Twitter and hashtagging and stuff like that when they should be fighting. Like,
oh yeah, I'm gonna fire up this locker room. Like, gross, man.
Like the deal is to physically take out Drew.
Yes.
First of all, difficult to do. Secondly, no one's going to do it to his face.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Hey, take out the second largest person on the roster. Okay. I'm presuming he's second behind Braun. And go do it, Drew.
Well, Omos.
Drew Gulak.
You got Omos.
I don't count him. He's not. He's technically hasn't wrestled yet, so I don't.
No, he technically has.
And I don't find
just
him,
not under that name.
Listen, I don't find him threatening until he actually like does something but catches AJ Styles.
We've
like
seen
a baby.
him wrestle Sorg. He's not threatening.
Okay.
Remember, he was the big ninja.
That's the other issue too. Like Khali was threatening for other reasons.
Was he?
Listen,
like,
man.
I'm not disparaging Khali's merits into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, not to. Is Riz listening? Is Riz listening?
No.
No, I mean not to. I mean he is definitely. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. Don't get me wrong, but it was just a little bit of like that dude's walking, and I don't know if he's gonna stop walking, and I don't want to be within 15 feet because I can't tell how tall he is when that doesn't happen. So
That's fair.
yes.
Alex wants to know what they did with Retribution tonight.
Who?
Ali kind of attacked Drew.
But was not in his Retribution gear. So.
No. Well, yeah, he was.
But then they said on commentary that no more Retribution.
Well, I'm glad we pissed everybody off with that experiment.
But if you're going to try and take out Drew, wouldn't you at least use a weapon of some sort?
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole point is even if VP said on commentary oh yeah, if you just injured him, thanks for the help. You don't get anything. I don't.
I mean, we're in a universe where a dude set another dude on fire, just because he was getting on his nerves.
Yeah.
And these guys are just I'm just gonna have a match with Drew, and you know what? It's only the WrestleMania maybe main event on one of the nights that I'm fighting for, but big paycheck. But I'll just go in there. My hands are my weapons.
Yep.
I'm giving up, 3 feet and 150 pounds to this man. The case for both Ricky and Ali. And thank God for Baron Corbin showing up and actually giving me just a moment of oh, and then going, that was kind of my reaction. Oh,
but the thing is, okay, Baron Corbin hit him with an end of days. Okay,
I mean, it's all pointless. No one's.
Last I saw that barely gets a pin on Drew Gable.
There's only yeah. There's only one man who can come down that ramp and make you believe for a second that he's gonna beat down Drew McIntyre and take his spot in that title match. There's only one man on this planet that can make you think that. I don't think he's coming.
Riddick Moss?
No, don't be dumb. Come on.
I was trying to think of someone really obscure.
Riddy Mo.
I misspoke, Alex. Fuck you.
Drew Gable.
Yeah.
If
you know what? Honestly, they're the same.
They won't be a geek anymore.
They're the same person at this fucking point.
Matt, you expressed concern over Elias tonight on the back channel.
I'm deeply concerned about Elias. He's been hanging around with this terrible person for too long, and I see people. But I see people chattering about I can't believe Shane's hanging out with these two terrible people. They're just lumping both Elias and Riker into the same person, and I am aware from what little knowledge I do possess, that Riker is on another level of get out of here, Riker, than we are with, stick around here, Elias. So I'm very concerned that this is just guilt by association. If I were a career advisor to Elias, I would be like, ride this out for a couple more weeks, get to Mania, get your check, and then conjure up an injury. Make something up. Something has to be hurting you. Something has to hurt.
Or you know
just,
what?
Oh, my elbow again.
No,
they just disappear for 3 months.
Seriously.
Hit the gym.
Like, is Strummer's wrist a thing?
Just make up something. Get
Strummer's
the hell out
elbow?
of there.
Like,
because
Strummer's elbow. I like Strummer's elbow.
Riker ain't surviving 3 weeks without him. He'll be gone, and then Elias can come back. Because this is no good.
Tina said she was hoping for Samoa Joe as he was not on commentary tonight. That
would have been a payoff we are not accustomed to getting on WWE television. So.
That would have been wild.
Give me Joe. Give me Joe back. He's busy interviewing people behind a pickup truck in the parking lot. What? No, have you seen that? It's like Toyota or something sponsors it, and he does interviews with the other wrestlers, and they're just in a parking lot by a truck. Which is exactly the thing that our friends at the Jagoff podcast do with the local Rorick Automotive, free plug, in their tailgate series. I'm just like, so I sent them the first one because I'm like, hey guys, WWE's watching you. So, but anyways, I don't know. So Raw was Raw. Raw was interesting. I'm actually kind of going back and forth.
No, Raw was not interesting.
Raw was not interesting.
Don't give it that credit.
Yeah.
Like, I like the New Day segment, but on a Raw that's full of.
How was Asuka and Rhea Ripley in the contract signing?
That was not bad. The only problem is
we know what's coming.
It ended with Nia and Shayna coming out and them setting up can these two possibly coexist? Like, I've been through this a million times. I know they can't exist. Get this shit out of here.
Can we write a new song for Get Out of Here, Shayna and Nia?
Can we do just
they are carrying that mantle, aren't they?
It's like Three's Company, but everyone's a fucking moron. Like, like they have other women. There are other women on this roster. There are other heels on this roster. Like, actually, hold on. Wait a minute.
No, they've exhausted their supply of heel women.
Wait a minute.
There's no one left.
Oh my God, with Lacey Evans gone, Shayna and Nia are the only heels.
That's right.
That can't be right.
That is right.
Sorg, that's right.
Let's check the roster.
No. No, I'm sorry. There's one more kind of sort of heel. Peyton.
Peyton's not a heel. That was a face turn.
Peyton's a Peyton. But like Peyton's a Peyton. But technically I guess she's a heel. Technically.
She is without form.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a mean way.
No, she's not being written about. That's what the thing is.
Yeah.
But God, just
see if there's anyone we're forgetting here.
Naomi, Lana, like Dana, Mandy, they are all interchangeable and garbage right now. Not the wrestlers, not the people, characters. None of them have any form or substance in this division. Like, oh God. And we're like, I know we're talking about Raw. Where's my fucking Riot Squad at?
Where's Necky? I need Necky.
Oh my God.
Where's Necky?
Matt, all right.
We did have Reckoning. Reckoning was technically a heel.
That's true. But like, I know we don't like these thrown together teams. Nikki Cross and Peyton Royce both losing their best friends. That could potentially be a cool team.
I had an idea for Nikki.
And every segment, they could not understand each other's accents.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Like, I already love
There's just too many of those women are on the back burner. I don't know. Do I need to go tune in a main event to watch them? Like, is that what needs to happen here? because it's
If you
so
can find
bad.
it,
It's
because
I mean, I would not recommend main
because
event to anybody.
as far as I know, main event was only on the network,
yeah.
and as far as I know, it ain't on fucking Peacock.
Well, 205
So-
Live hasn't been on Peacock yet, so.
Yeah.
So
I watched my first talk.
I am not until the network itself goes away. I am not going to judge what isn't and isn't on Peacock.
Oh no.
Which is what, Monday? no, Sunday.
The 4th. It's on,
So
on the 4th.
until
I think
after
that's,
the 4th, I will not start judging what is missing from Peacock. Okay, because there is still a network. So
Easter Sunday is when the zombie WWE network.
That's right. WWE Network is put behind the boulder, and then 4 days later it slides away, and then 3 days later. Sorry, I'm not. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Close enough. Close enough. The point
3
is
days
that
later it comes back, and then the Peacock has risen with the promise
Indeed.
of
with
man.
the promise of a new day, just like Paul Abdul.
I believe in a God and a Jesus with a sense of humor. I'm just going to say that right now.
Yeah, look at the platypus.
Yes, look at the platypus. Come on.
Turn to the platypus.
Yes. Heaven is a hash pipe. Anyways,
that's a Dogma joke.
No, heaven is a half pipe. Hash pipe is the Weezer song. That's right.
Heaven is both of them.
Can I talk about Joy?
The character from Inside Out,
and not Joy Giovanni that was in La Diva back in the day.
Deep cut. Deep cut. You know what? First person that came to mind for me also. So it's amazing she left that kind of an impression. She was on WWE TV for like a month.
I was trying to remember. That's like the only Joy I'm aware of in professional wrestling.
The only time
I've
seen any Joy on WWE TV.
We definitely didn't see any Joy tonight on Raw.
No.
Right.
If she popped up tonight out of nowhere, I'd be like, oh, good. There was Joy on this program. Because it wasn't the rest of the 3 hours. I watched AEW Dark Elevation, as one does. As Sorg does. But there was a lot to like. First of all,
I mean, there was a lot.
Friend of the show, I believe we've had him on, Bill Collier.
How many matches did they have tonight? 32?
It felt like it. It felt like
look,
it.
I
In a
don't
good
know
way.
how many matches there were, but it clocked in at 2 hours and 24 minutes.
Okay, that understands why I didn't.
Unbelievable.
That understands why I didn't finish it.
Incredibly long.
Oh God, that sounds like torture.
But I love it.
I sit back and I watch and I go, all these wrestlers are getting paid. That's
Yes.
kind of like
No,
Wait, hold back, Mike, but for a
It's
second,
long as hell.
Matt. I mean, but you're enjoying it, right? I mean, it's
sometimes I'm enjoying it. Sometimes I'm like, I really wish Excalibur and Taz were here. Like that's kind of like how I am sometimes.
You're right. I don't think we are ready. Thankfully, there's a lot more going on in Elevation than there has been on Dark. For one, they have an intro this week, which I think is the first week for them. So, it's a Dark.
Nice to know they're prepared.
Well, I mean,
there was like a 2-week delay.
when
on
you
the
don't
graphics.
have the standards of putting it on primetime, you really don't have to do those kinds of things. They'd be like, yeah, we'll do it next
Yeah, I
week.
mean, when
Yeah,
you're
we'll do it
bringing in
next
a
week."
new announcer, the first thing you want to do is throw him in a 2.5-hour match with a bunch of jobbers that he doesn't know who they are.
Oh,
Let's
actually,
be fair.
oh
I
no,
think Paul's
no.
doing his homework.
Paul knows insane things about these guys. You know, come on.
Well, I watched one episode and he had one story for each person, and then that was it. And then he talked about his own career.
He's fine. And well,
He talked
comparatively,
about
that's
his
what you're
own
going to do.
career.
So
A whole
I
bunch.
think he's getting a lot more comfortable. He's definitely getting a lot of reps after 3 shows and almost 2 hours every week. But it's nice because it's like it's deep because it's I don't sit through commercials. The commercials are pretty much done by YouTube, right? And I pay for maybe this is different for me. Maybe
Dude, that's even worse. 2.5 hours without commercials. My
wait a minute,
God.
not without commercial. I mean, there's the internal stuff. There's the thing for that casino game that fucking sucks. You get the ad for.
You got to sit through the casino ad. You got to sit through Scorpio Sky's podcast ad.
Yes,
That always has to happen.
There's that new.
Well, with that many matches, I don't know. They might have been running out of commercials.
Young Bucks book if you haven't bought it yet.
Young Bucks book. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's.
By the way, how is that not called Young Books?
I have no idea. Nope. That should have been the press, right?
Or
AEW
more
press.
bang for your buck. How like
More bang for your book, yeah.
Like I understand killing the business, haha, we all get it. Yardy yardy yard. More bang for your book. That's your title.
Staying on brand. It's all about the brand. But anyways, WWE Network becomes Mormon and goes to another continent. It kind of did. It
Hello.
actually.
It's me, Monday Night Raw. I'm 3 hours of terribleness.
Yes. But anyways, so Bill Collier, is a friend of at least Indie Wrestling Network over there.
Cousin of the show.
Cousin of the show. I swear we've interviewed him. But anyways, he was on it. Good match against John Moxley. Hopefully they filmed another one while he's down there, or they bring him back or something like that. Shout out to Johnstown, PA, by the way. Where he's hailing from.
I bet they're getting a flood of responses.
There you go, Bubby FJtown by Big Billy FJtown representing. That's my new name for him, Big Billy FJtown.
Big Billy FJtown.
Remind me to tweet this clip to Bill Collier later. I'm sure he'll enjoy it.
Big Billy FJtown.
Big Billy FJtown.
Kind of amusing that people who are watching Bill who do not know of him, who are not Rust Belt independent pro wrestling aficionados like you and I, Sorg.
Yes.
We're like, this guy looks like Big Cass. That's Big Cass.
Oh no!
And there is a little bit of a they have some similarities. I know Bill is tall. Bill is a large man.
Bill,
I don't think he's Big Cass tall.
Bill is a way better wrestler than Big Cass.
I'm positive
Dude.
that Bill is a way better wrestler than Big Cass. I'm just telling you.
These matches that I've seen him in, the stuff in RWA with Daniel Eads and J-Rock, and Erie Revenge Pro with Wardlow and John McChesney and PB Smooth, it is, man, good shit. So, no, I think he's one of those guys that, like, he went to WWE, like, had the tryouts and stuff and got turned away, and you're like looking at this guy and you're like, how? So
yeah, this is like your guy. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'd be like, this guy checks all the boxes. What's missing? But no, he's had a really big resurgence over the last couple of years in the area, so it's really good to see him getting some action there. Hey,
can I drop in another independent wrestling note here?
Oh, please.
Regarding to what I was talking to you, because I was skimming through the WrestleMania week shows, looking for some of our local names.
Mm-hmm.
And on the Thursday of WrestleMania week, friend of the show, Lee Moriarty, the hottest damn wrestler on the independent scene, is going to wrestle 5 matches in a single day.
Jesus.
Now this is not unprecedented, because
I was gonna say,
this has been done before.
Didn't our boy Shima do that?
Who knows? We'll have to ask him.
He did something like that. I thought it was like 3
this kind
or
of
something.
stuff has been done before. I want to say like Riddle.
There was someone.
Zack
Matt
Sabre Jr. maybe.
Matt, there was someone who did this the weekend we were down there
in New Orleans.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, these guys stack up crazy amounts of matches, so it's not unheard of for this to happen during WrestleMania week. But it just says a lot about how quickly Lee has risen up the ranks.
I hope
he's
all
got
those
some
shows
great
are
matches
safe.
coming. So
I hope all those shows are safe.
yeah, well, I mean, look,
dude,
if
anybody,
down there,
no,
so.
I gotta say, if anybody is taking care of his shit, it's Lee.
I'm not worried about him.
Well, he will take care of his shit. He wouldn't. I don't think he's gonna book on a show if he thinks there's a problem. Okay.
I mean, look at it this way too. If he's working 5 matches, he will not be in the building for very long. He will be in, he will do his match, he will be gone.
That's true.
If anything,
if the qualification, if the CDC qualification is amount of time in a space around somebody that's infected, Lee's good. Lee's okay. As long as he's not doing a 60-minute Ironman or 30-minute Ironman somewhere, he is good to go. So, no, he's
there's like one of those shows where he's in like a first-round match for a tournament. And I'm like, I don't know.
Maybe he's not winning that.
Not liking his chances. What's the next show?
You start doing the booking math on it, right? Like you're like looking at it, like there's a tournament, and you're like, well, the Rev obviously is double booked because that's like the minimum on his Saturdays. I don't think this is gonna work out for him tonight. So, so I wanted to roll back to answer some questions about Elevation. Now, so like Dark was like basically the matches, right? Elevation is having some nice packages. They had a bit with Cody Rhodes where he was giving a belt to like doing their Make-A-Wish thing again, like they did with our buddy Jordy from up in the Erie area a few weeks ago on Dynamite. They did a nice feature on Bear Country. I didn't realize until tonight I've seen Bear Country before in person. So I was like, they were like, oh yeah, we were with Brian Myers, creator wrestler, and I'm like, wait a minute, I saw them in like a 3 or 4, or I'm sorry, a 6 or 8 man tag. I think it was an 8-man tag. CPA was part of that too. I forget what his name is now. It was like AIW students against Creative Pro students, and I remember these big dudes are really fucking good, and I never remembered their name. Fucking Bear Country. So, like, back in December 2019, I apparently saw these guys and completely forgot about it until tonight. But no, they got good features on them, and they're, like, they are like actually educating you on some of these other lower card people. Daniel Limelight had a match that's important. Who did he take on? It was him and Kazarian. Very good match. Very, very good match. And they're actually doing stuff that like sets up for Dynamite, so it's becoming the WCW Saturday Night, I suppose. And Dark is obviously the worldwide, right?
Yes,
that's the philosophy.
Yes.
So,
they all have a charm all their own.
I was starting to break in earlier. We went in a different direction, but I have to ask because I have YouTube Premium. I don't get commercials on YouTube, right? So I'm wondering what the experience is for other people that don't have the YouTube Premium. I get it because
Sorg, it's terrible.
It's terrible. I mean, on the
Sorg, there's like a pre-roll ad, and then you're into it. I mean, that's if you're watching it live. So.
That's it. That's all.
But when I watch it live,
I didn't watch it live. I watched it after the fact.
Okay.
I had about 10 ads
at 1.75 feet.
So wait. So are they breaking in or like at the beginning or how's that rolling?
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Sometimes it's in the middle of a match.
Oh, really? In the middle of a match?
Sometimes.
That's horrible.
I think that only happened once. I think it might have been an accident.
Okay, and that's a YouTube. That's a YouTube.
Of course it is, but it doesn't make for a pleasant viewing.
No.
Like the reason WCW Saturday Night worked was because you had Dusty Rhodes. That was the reason. It wasn't because anything of note happened on the show. It was Dusty Rhodes talking about clubbering, baby.
Well, I mean, like that's kind of where you're going with Dark, where like Excalibur and Taz are just like so goofy that it just adds.
But
to the
in
show.
the meantime, you start learning about your Danny Limelights, right?
No.
Well, some of us are actually interested in new wrestling and some performance and
I would love to see new wrestlers on TNT.
Okay. Well,
you should start watching some of the YouTube then and give them some views so that they'll actually get on TV.
TNT, Matthew.
TNT. Oh, TNT.
Yeah, TNT.
Well, I need you to turn that frown upside down.
I'm not frowning. I'm stating purpose.
I'd say you can see a lot of them. You see Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman pop up.
I don't give a fuck about Griff Garrison.
Oh, I'm sorry. We gave you new wrestlers and you don't like what we're giving you, Mike. I'm sorry. I can't give you Danny Limelight every week because he's booked in every other fucking promotion. And he's the star of Monday nights.
Sidebar.
Oh, by the way, Danny Limelight is going to be Mr. Monday Night. I'm saying that's my fucking DraftKings.
Sorry, I'm getting tired of hearing about Danny Limelight. You won't stop talking about it. All right. Now I want a sidebar. I must request this sidebar because you were talking about your matches getting interrupted in the middle of the match by a commercial. I was watching NXT UK last Thursday night.
Oh, no.
On the Peacock.
Oh, no.
Bet your ass there was an ad that dropped right in the middle of some lame-ass UK match I was watching.
Mm-hmm.
And just like in the middle of like a move. Like there's like not even a pause. And I was like, "Ooh, this is troubling."
To be fair, and the same thing happens on Twitch to Impact Wrestling. Same thing. This is the platforms. But in every case, there is an option to upgrade to get rid of the ads. I want to point out, this is the game. Okay, we don't like the game. We don't want to play the game.
Inconvenient enough for you.
But I have a question. So Sorg, I have a question. This is the question because I watched Talking Smack.
Yes.
Talking Smack, Kayla throws to ads.
Okay.
Because she's on Peacock.
Okay.
What does that look like for someone who pays for without the ads? Does she just look like a fucking moron?
Well, it's just like no. Actually,
no, genuine question, because I'm not paying to upgrade.
Well, now wait a minute, because what happens when you watch SmackDown and you're watching it afterwards, like on Hulu with no ads, or
I don't do that.
You've never watched like NXT afterwards. Nope. Okay, Mike. Some of us watch programming after it's been
I have
on.
a DVR.
Mike, some of us don't have a DVR. Okay,
and some of us don't watch NXT.
Some of us wait till NXT to pop. Look at you, big leaguing. Some of us watch NXT the next day on the network because we pay for it and we'd like to watch it without ads because we're really fucking tired of Jake from State Farm. Okay.
What did he ever do to you?
Fuck Jake. Anyways.
Oh, hey. We got heat, bro.
All right. So I'm tired of that fucking shit because I'm getting through Raw and I'm really tired of Hot Tub Time Machine guy and his fucking Pac-Man machine that I'm jealous of. I'm fucking done with it. Fuck it. It's Thursday. I'm gonna fucking relax and watch NXT. And what happens, Mike, is in the middle of a match and say da 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 da. What's gonna happen? We roll on. It fades out. It fades back. We come back to it. Nobody gives a shit, Mike. Kayla's gonna be fine, or whatever the fuck her name is. Your response.
Still makes her look pretty dumb. No, it's dumb when they do that on the network too.
Because there's God. This is the thing. This is the thing.
No, it's just.
Can we worry about?
You start dropping some fake ads in there. You know,
no,
they got nothing else to do right now.
Listen, man, we'll just sprinkle them with ads for Southland Wrestling, Southpaw Wrestling, where the fucking the name was, and we'll just fucking do it. So Mad Mike is happy.
I'm still laughing at you getting furious at Jake from State Farm.
Fucking Jake from State Farm.
That's too much YouTube, Mike.
I'm tired of commercials. If I have to, between that and the fucking My Pillow guy on fucking ROH, no matter where I watch it, fuck this shit.
That's why you should stop watching ROH. Like, I know you want to support, but that's a good reason to stop.
Paying money.
I like to think that as long as I never buy his pillow, that it's kind of a waste of his time. We'll see.
Anyways, let's move on from that, please. Let's move on to anything right now. Is it time?
Let's talk about Patreon in the Bank.
Patreon in the Bank. Here is your preview.
You want your hot spoilers?
Matt,
Sorgi, you got to check the Patreon. You got to see who the high Patreon is, because that person is going to get to select the order of play on Tuesday night.
All right, we're checking it live.
/wrestling.
To check that out, I'll let you know that we have already got. I'm assuming we've got Alex locked in, so I'm going to assume 7 Patreons are locked in already.
Oh, geez, something changed. Something
we're
definitely.
7 with a possible 8 to come, and we are waiting to hear from a potential 9th. We could have 9 Patreons. I don't know if that's a record or not. I don't keep track of those things because it would make me nervous to think about.
Riz was already on there, right?
I did not see the Riz. Is he on there? Is he in?
Riz is in.
Oh, well, we were going to have to get him.
No, he was already in there. He was already in there.
Was he? He was not on the last list.
And you're looking for the top one?
We're looking for the highest contributor.
Sorg, I'm just letting you know, I have my page open if I need to change anything.
I believe Mad Mike is the top spender on
Big spender.
Patreon in the Bank.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I can actually... Jeez, I can reorder these. Hello.
Can you sort them?
Yes, I can. Oh, I found all kinds of new powers. Yes.
Sorg, is it me?
Me?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Hold on a second. It says current tier is this. Yes. Mm-hmm. And then pledge is at this. Yes. It's Mad Mike.
Excellent. So, Mike, at some point between this evening and tomorrow evening, I'll send you a list of the Patreons who are confirmed to be participating, or at least probable, because it really won't matter. If they aren't there, then we'll just scratch them off the list. And then you get to send me back a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Mike, Matt, I think what I am going to have to do is give you an updated list, because I think some people have changed tiers recently.
I heard a hot rumor that that there was a big donation coming in from FJtown.
There is
they
one
were celebrating
yes.
the big debut of their boy Bill.
Oh, for Big Billy FJtown.
I just
right.
just throwing around the cheddar.
Okay.
So you know what, we thank all of you. You know, as far as tiers go, do you want me to run through this ordeal real quick?
God, this is a lot of money we're gonna blow on DraftKings.
All the monies, and we're gonna make a let it ride on Kevin Owens. We're gonna be rich.
To the moon.
To the moon. So for the cheapskates at the tier 1 level, they're gonna obviously get to make their standard move. We will let them add a stipulation or a special referee or something like that to one of the undercard matches, and they will, as everyone will get to book a guest for the Mayhem Mania watch along, which currently is a room occupied by one person and one person only, and that is oh dear, Sweatpants Battle Royal.
Oh, Faye Jackson.
Faye Jackson, thank you. I was concerned I was going to mess up her name, and that was.
I can't wait for an image so we can tag all these random people on Twitter.
And they're
going to be like,
I forgot about the watch along.
It's going to be
I'm going to be spending the entire night thinking of who I want.
It's going to be WrestleMania week, and there's just all these people are going to be sitting down in Tampa saying, "What the fuck am I getting tagged in? This is
getting tagged in this thing.
This isn't a gift.
That's honestly what I'm thinking of.
This isn't a gift from Fight."
So if you're on tier 2, if you're in the Poppy Club, you'll be able to add your stipulation, special referee / etc. To a single match on the undercard or the supercard. So you could jump on one of those supercard matches if you want to, or you could stick with the undercard. You also, even though the subtract option is already in play, it's been in play no one's used the subtract option all year. I'm looking at all these multi-mans, none of you. But you'll have the added move option to use the subtract option. All right, tier 3 on the Pizza Club, you will be able to send one person to Space Jail at any time during Patreon in the Bank.
Wow.
Okay. You will have an additional move option, will be the very fun swap the stipulation option, which will not apply to the cinematic match slot. That's a completely different mess that I created for myself. But if there's stipulations you want to move around, you'll be able to move around the stipulations. We do not allow identical stipulations. We gotta explicitly state that rule, because I think we've come close to that sometimes. Also, if you're on tier 3 in the Pizza Club, if you are too lazy to show up Tuesday night for Patreon in the Bank, you may name a proxy to make the moves in your absence. So that's always fun to see someone who doesn't know what they're doing stumbling into the door and trying to help out. All right, and if you are on tier 4, manager level or higher, you get 2 big additional bonuses for the manager level. You get 1 court order to free 1 person from Space Jail, which can be used anytime during Patreon in the Bank.
Issued by Judge Judy.
Issued by Judge Judy. Or whoever you want. Judge Joe Brown.
No.
Judge Hackett.
Matt, can we call that wrestler's court ruling?
Oh, I like that.
Judge JBL.
Yeah, Judge JBL.
Judge JBL issues this court order. Free my friends from Space Jail, Michael. And you will also be able to auto-graduate 1 match to the supercard. So those are the 2 big bonuses for being a tier 4 manager level or higher. Now, I'm not certain that this structure is going to give us the 8 matches onto the supercard by the time we're done. But don't worry, we've run into this before and we'll be fine. We'll figure out a way to sort it out.
Well, I mean, Matt,
that's why we leave that buffer week. So
we do have an extra week.
Well, it won't be necessary. Well, we can run a poll. We can do something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have polls.
Easy. We've done this before. So I'm just saying
because
that,
we have Zeke Mercer booked for next week, and we're gonna have a very nice time.
Oh, we got that youngin'?
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Oh, it's gonna have so much fun.
Zeke Squad.
Patreon in the Bank is a no spin zone. There will not be a spin of the Space Jail week. Space Jail wheel next week.
Oh, that seems fair.
So there will also be. I will also remind you all of the no double jeopardy rule. So when you're all going willy-nilly, remember that you cannot send one of these 4 people back to Space Jail. You can't send Goldberg, Randy Orton, Ric Flair, Shane McMahon back to Space Jail.
No more
spins. They were free. There is no double jeopardy.
No more spins.
Look at Sorg.
Shall I let him spin it one time at the beginning of the round?
Yeah. I think that's fair.
All right.
I think that's fair, Matt. We've only let 4 people out, and plus, all things being equal, there should be one last chance to escape.
You know what? Since
Sorg
enjoys it so much.
To be fair,
apparently we didn't spin the wheel last year though. So.
To be fair, I don't think I do anything during this entire segment except.
It's true.
So.
Except feverishly punch between graphics back and forth. Did you get the big? Did you get the big board?
I did, but then I had to download Jamboard to my phone, so then I didn't go back to it. So I need to look again.
Super duper.
Listen, man, my time is very stacked. So
and then on top of that, you've got all this other stuff like,
Oh,
the
that's
punishment. Yeah, we've got something lined up very special for the punishment.
Yeah, because anyone who auto graduates a match also.
Whenever a match is graduated, the person whose match was graduated gets rewards. This is when the Patreon in the Bank process becomes very long and cumbersome.
Yeah.
And so whoever gets their match graduated will get to hand out a dose of punishment to one of the other players. Now, obviously, as we get closer to the end of the round, the options for punishment will be whittled down. See what happens. We'll see. Anyway, the punishment should be a lot of fun, and we'll reveal it tomorrow night because I think everyone's gonna really enjoy it or not. We'll see.
I was curious to know what the punishment is, so I could better, have knowledge for my ordering.
It's really not fair for you to know too much about yourself. Anyway, yeah, no Infinity Gauntlet this year. No cartoon gargoyles. No zombie Andre the Giant.
Oh, jeez, that's right.
None of that. That's not happening. No. That was too much.
Someone in the chat room is already trying to influence my decision making.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mad Mike, it is.
By the way, I want it to be known. My decisions are for sale.
I mean, I think it's been very clear since the very first week of this year of Mayhem Mania that you and Alex have been in a very tenuous alliance. There's been some sort of backroom deal between you two, probably involving WLC, and you two have been kind of like hanging an axe over each other's necks the entire past couple of months, and I am expecting it to fully come to a head tomorrow night, and for there to be a lot of hurt feelings, because I can't wait to see which one of you two stabs the other in the back. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's definitely going to happen. Yeah. So,
Matt, why do you assume the worst of me?
Mike, I'm just reading the room. That's okay. All. I'm just reading the room. This is not my first rodeo. This is my 7th rodeo. Okay. And I've seen this thing play out back in the beginnings, during the early years. There were simpler times. Now you guys play for blood, and you think you're playing 4-dimensional chess, which is fun to watch. But it's always exciting to see how you guys try to play this game. This is the game of human chess.
So Matt,
this is the ultimate challenge of intellect, strategy, and tact.
Just a quick point of order. Do the upper tiers also get one standard move?
Yeah, everyone gets.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, yeah, it all kind of like compounds on each other.
I'm just making sure.
That's okay. Point of order.
Just double checking.
Yeah, point of order.
Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to double check.
Alex is enjoying my quotes.
Yes, this is my sound.
I'm glad Alex is here to take all my quotes. Every once in a while, I come up with some.
And Tina said, "Bloodshed during Mayhem Mania. Whatever do you mean?" Oh, Tina.
Yeah. So, yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Was really happy with kind of the way things shook out after last week, especially as I was kind of organizing things for this week. I got to kind of revisit all those matches that we made for last week, and I think we got some real quality players on the board now, and I feel like just maybe we have a chance of overtaking WWE and creating an even more compelling super card for everyone to enjoy.
Now, Matt, I have a question.
Another one?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. It's a standard question. I was going to ask it tomorrow, but since we're talking about it, the person who graduates the cinematic match.
Yeah.
Do they get to name the locale?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna do that. I was really hoping that cinematic match would have
Or are we gonna
graduated weeks ago, and then we were gonna do like a cinematic match council and like try to decide what it was gonna be. But now
I think it's funny that we add.
Next...
I think it's funny that we add the cinematic match in a year that it definitely doesn't look like there's going to be a cinematic.
There's not gonna be a cinematic match. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll have to figure it out. You know, we got an extra week between Patreon and Bank WrestleMania. We can figure it out. We'll ask Zeke Mercer what he wants to do. That's what we'll do. We'll surprise him. We'll be like, hey Zeke, here's a random question. Here's a random fantasy booking question for you.
Triple H versus Karrion Kross.
Triple H versus Karrion Kross cinematic match. But where?
Just go.
Go.
What would you do?
What would you do? Well, I would start with skulls and Latin, and then just kind of see what happens.
So it's an anthropology office. Got it.
Let's go.
Right. Oh shit. On that note, well, it'll be fun. I will sit back.
I don't think we're gonna use the play clock.
Okay.
We're gonna turn
No, I don't.
We know what we're getting.
So
we know what we're getting into.
There are too many moving parts.
I'm going to plan.
We know what we're getting into. We need to be patient. This is a process.
We are going to have a segment. We're going to have a regular segment at the beginning to cover whatever news may come up between now and then, or anything that anybody wants to talk about that's on Riz. Or it will mostly let Riz talk about Great Khali getting into the Hall of Fame.
I assume it's going to be Khali, Mayhem Mania.
But so after that, after we talk about Indie Wrestling Network, we're going to go straight into Mayhem Mania.
Mm-hmm.
So which also, Matt.
Wait, we're not even stopping for the pizza plug.
No.
Just
Matt,
go.
Matt, here's my challenge. You need to find a place to put the slice ad in your proceedings.
Okay. You know, I'll try to. I'll try to see what we can.
Yeah.
There is one thing I do want to bring up tomorrow, and I want to make sure I don't forget it.
We'll talk about it on Slack.
Well, no.
You're just gonna put it.
So you guys both know, so you can help to remind me.
Okay.
The WWE had their 50 greatest women since 1993.
Mm-hmm.
That list came out. Interesting.
I love a good list.
Interesting list. I figure I can run down the top 15 tomorrow, and we can all see what we think of it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Nikki Bella was robbed. That's my tip.
On that note.
Oh, I'm gonna get into that because I actually agree with you.
There, what?
I actually agree with you.
You know what? We're gonna end it right there.
Yeah,
Mike, it's been a great night. Nice talking to you.
All right. Matt's gonna bug off while we talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I don't really have much to say about it. I enjoy
by the way,
it.
Matt, before you bug off, watch Invincible on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Do not bring the kids.
Do not bring the kids.
Do not on Amazon Prime.
Yes, okay. Watch it immediately. Not immediately, but as soon as you can. It's very good.
I'll try to take a look at it as soon as I get done recording the Just Pro Wrestling News.
There are at least 3 45-minute episodes.
Ooh.
When I watched the other night. So I blew through all 3 of them.
So this isn't a movie. This is a.
It's a short series. It's only gonna go for 6 weeks.
We'll just play. It's a cartoon, and it's based on a comic book by the guy that did Walking Dead.
All right.
So, yeah, Matt.
I'll take a peek.
Matt, it's real good.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if Peter Parker suddenly became Superman.
All right. I as everyone's been following the saga of my Disney Plus subscription. I plowed through the entire 2nd season of Mandalorian in no time flat.
Excellent.
And it was a delight, all caps.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking loved it. And then I dipped in. I did catch the first episode of WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
Even wackier than I expected, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was hoping for. Something that
I feel like it may be.
I can only imagine having watched that without hearing anybody else talking about it first, and just being like, "What the hell? Oh my god, this happened!" I was like, "This is gonna be wacky," and I watched. I was like, "This is really wacky."
And also, we should probably mention tomorrow something about the ROH pay-per-view that we watched on Friday. So.
Oh yeah, nothing like a good old ROH pay-per-view.
And our challenge, our new educational challenge, we're going to be unveiling. We should probably have our first announcement tomorrow night.
Oh yeah. You know, the classroom's been empty for too long, Sorg. You know, I don't think the professor's coming back.
Let's
so
be
someone
fair.
has to step up.
Let's
and
leave it there.
educate the
To be
masses.
fair, he was never a real professor.
Right.
I mean,
So
I never checked.
Let's leave it there because we're already at like an hour on this damn show. Because I had to yell. I had to yell for a while. It's going to be longer than the main show. It's definitely longer.
Nothing's going to be longer than tomorrow night's main show. So
it's definitely longer than I cared about Raw. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I don't know. Seriously, I don't know what more to say about it, Mike.
It's quite good.
It's good. I mean, it's good.
It's quite good. I wish this one was bingeable.
Yeah, I'm not clamoring for the next episode. Like Wanda would be like, "What is this about?" You know, it's just like
it's because it's a very high budget Agents of Shield.
Yeah,
which is
that's fine.
Fine. It's a high budget in canon Agents of Shield, which is great. That yes, please. Like it has everything you want in it, but it's just we're still building. Like the 4 people that were mainly advertised for the show, we haven't even seen 2 of them yet. You know what I mean? We haven't seen Zemo and we haven't seen Sharon Carter yet. Like Tina was saying before that she really loved this episode and it really like spoke a lot to her, which you know she was in the military, so yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is awesome. But God, I like it. I like it a lot. It's talking about a lot of different issues that the movies don't really get to dive into. It's fun. Like it's good. I like it. I'm anxious for the next episode, but WandaVision is a whole thing where you didn't know what was going on. This is very straightforward. Like there are no questions to be asked.
So Tina's talking about the underlying topic was controversial for Disney if you think about it, but I wonder because they also have like movies like Hidden Figures on there, more historical, but
this is tackling it in a different way.
True. So but
like Hidden Figures, that's historical.
It is historical.
That's historical. This is taking some stuff from history, and some stuff we're just taking from. From the headlines.
We also do have the original Captain America that has like straight Nazis, so there's that too. Like, but
if you notice, the first Captain America doesn't focus that much on the Nazis.
We just gloss over the Nazis. Okay.
No, like seriously, they gloss over it as quickly as they can just to transition it to Hydra.
True.
So they don't have to keep showing swastikas and Nazi paraphernalia and everything.
That's true. It's interesting. I'm interested to see what we do with the Flag Smashers because I understand that to be one person in the book, but the development has been interesting. Zemo finally coming up in the next episode. Brokers, it looks like
the Power Broker. We don't know who that is.
I found myself missing the what was he? Is he? No, he's not Shield. I think he was the MI5 agent. The freaking Hobbit guy.
Oh, General Ross.
No, what?
No, not General Ross.
You know who I'm talking about? He was in Civil War
from Black Panther.
Yeah, Civil War and Black Panther.
Yeah.
So no, he was American. He was playing an American on that one.
That's gonna bug me now.
He was probably it was probably CIA or something, right? So, but no, I feel like as we're going back to Zemo.
Yeah, it is Ross.
Really?
It's Everett K. Ross. It's a different Ross.
Really? Is there a relation to Thunderbolt Ross from Hulk?
I don't know if we've been told that or not.
There could be some underlying stuff in the.
Let's see. He was a member of the U.S. Air Force before joining the CIA.
Right.
So,
right. That's in movie canon.
Yeah, they said he reports to Thaddeus Ross, but they never said if they were related or anything like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they're both in the same movie too.
Yep.
Because they're both in Civil War.
I was like, Ross sounds like the right name, and it is. It's just a different Ross.
Yeah.
It's Everett K. Ross.
So yeah, cat's out of the bag on the super soldier serum. It seems.
Definitely seems that way.
Yeah.
And what do you think of the guy playing Cap?
I'm supposed to hate the dude, and yeah, I want to punch his face. He's really good at that.
Yeah, I'm like, look at this Hydrox-looking motherfucker when all we want's an Oreo, like, because Hydrox is the copy brand of Oreos.
By the way, one of the teams tonight was named Milk Chocolate, and I thought it was kind of funny. Teaming with Rex Lawless is another guy I seen. But I forgot what I was going to ask. Oh no, I'm trying to remember where that guy is from because I know I've seen him in other stuff.
Oh, the actor?
Yes.
I don't know actually.
So
he was a newbie to me. I'm looking on the IMDb right now, but yeah, he's really good at what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he makes it very easy to wish he was Chris Evans and to just make him hate him.
Yeah, it is. And he's been in Overlord, he's been on 22 Jump Street, and let's see, Black Mirror, which also involves Anthony Mackie, who's on the poster here actually. So yeah, he's been around on a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, I don't know from anything, and I've seen a couple of this stuff, and I don't recognize him.
This was the first episode we got Falcon and Winter Soldier together. That was nice. We got our therapy session. That was nice. So no, they were talking a lot. I mean, they've been tackling heavy stuff from the beginning, from Falcon not being able to get a loan. So I think that's and it was addressed on I think the Kevin Smith podcast was that idea that these are these big time superheroes who literally save the world, and
the universe, really.
And they have everyday people problems where they can't get a loan or subjugated to systematic racism, etc. Despite being the fucking Falcon.
Well, it's also, I mean, yes, it's talking about racism a lot. It's also talking about the plight of refugees.
Right, absolutely.
Because everyone that came back from the blip,
right,
that's a whole lot of people you have to account for.
That's a whole lot of stuff we can do in these shows, and a whole new mess of problems for them to make shows out of, right? But even just boiling down to like everyday problems. These are the Falcon's everyday problems, right? It's like the Peter Parker is a superhero, but he still needs to, still can't make his rent for his Aunt May. Or gets the reward check written out to Spider-Man he can't cash.
And it's weird because we say it's a Marvel thing. Like the reason they didn't do a lot of it is because a lot of the people they focused on, like Iron Man.
Well, the movie,
what real world problem does Tony Stark have?
PTSD.
He's rich as fuck.
PTSD in the third one, but it was probably the closest he got.
Yeah, but so they handle that fairly quickly.
But when you have
everyday problems, not really. I'm just saying that there's a reason for it. Like as soon as we got Peter Parker, he's got problems.
Yeah.
Scott Lang has problems.
Right.
Once you get to the second and third tier of the Marvel superheroes, that's where you get a lot of the real world problems because they are just real guys. They're not government agents. They're not genius billionaire playboy philanthropists. They're not fucking gods.
And we don't have to stuff all this stuff in a 2-hour movie. Like we have time to actually take with this stuff. And this is a thing I gloss over that Tina's pointing out. Because of systematic racism is the core reason Sam didn't think he was worthy of the shield. That embedded thought that he would have.
I don't know if that was necessarily his whole rationale. I think he just wanted to retire it because he thought that's what Steve wanted.
It's that. I think it can certainly be implied, depending on your outlook on it, I guess.
Because he's also looking up to Steve Rogers all of his life. So I don't know if that necessarily plays. I think that plays into the reason that they accepted the shield from him.
Right.
I don't know if that necessarily played into his rationale of wanting to give up the shield.
Absolutely.
I think that's just that's a heavy burden to carry. And I could be entirely wrong, and it definitely plays into it. But there's a reason Cap didn't give Bucky the shield.
Right. Well,
you know,
looking forward to it. Like I said, there's a lot to unpack. As a show, again, I'm not kind of clamoring for it every week. It's just like, cool, another one. Here we go. But no, just happy it's moving forward and happy.
I do like that we get some length in these episodes.
Yes, they're landing around 45 minutes typically, which is, you know, I hate it when there was like a 25-minute WandaVision, then there was like a 40-minute. It's like, what the hell's going on here?
The big bad in WandaVision was the words "Please stand by."
Yeah, exactly. That's it. What? But no, looking forward to that. And whatever. I don't know if is Loki coming out immediately after.
No, the original plan, to my knowledge, was that Black Widow was going to be coming out immediately after this was done.
In May, theatrically.
Or like a couple weeks after.
Yes.
But now Black Widow ain't coming out till
July. Yes.
So
you
I think
better
we might have a bit
believe
of a
I'm
lull.
dropping my $30 to watch it at home.
I might see if I can rent out a theater like I did.
Renting out a theater is my only option going to theater personally. Like there's two things that are not happening for me. It's going to a theater around the public and going to a restaurant with people, unless it's a social thing. So it's just, I'm just not back at it yet. And just like, hey, those are things that were annoying. I think I'm just going to avoid them. So, but yeah. So anyways, at that point, Mike, we've been going this is maybe the longest Monday show we've done.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, let's go ahead and roll out of here.
Loki's in June.
June. Ooh, so that'll overlap Black Widow.
So yeah, so Falcon and Winter Soldier ends April 23rd. Loki starts in June.
Do we know what's next after Loki?
Marvel What If.
Oh, so that's not even gonna really connect. Red Bud
Suicide.
All right, we had a shout out for Red Band Suicide Squad comments. I'm just gonna say, if this podcast was just loaded with dicks, I would eat every one of those dicks for liberty.
Sorg, what are you saying about me? You saying I'm a dick? No, I'm kidding. No, fucking great. God damn it, it's so good. I want, like I said this after the first time I saw it, I want James Gunn to do an Ocean-style heist movie. Using only professional wrestlers, and I want the villain to be Michael Rooker
and John Cena.
That's it.
And John Cena is going to get his own series after this.
At that one line, he deserves it.
Yes, that was
one line.
That was the pilot.
He's already doing U.S. Agent better than Marvel,
so we know he gets by it. Through this movie,
not necessarily,
unless it's a prequel.
It could be a prequel series.
It could be a prequel. I don't know.
It could be why he gets captured by Amanda Waller. We don't know.
Okay.
And Sorg, Sylvester Stallone as King Shark.
Yo, so between that, there's a kaiju. It appears to be some kind of starfish, but there's a scene in there.
Wait. Do you not know what that is, Sorg? Sorg, that's Starro.
Wait a minute.
Starro.
I have to look this up.
Sorg, no, Sorg. What you need to do, you need to watch on HBO Max. Go to Batman Beyond. Go to the last season and watch the 2-parter with the Justice League. That's what you need to watch.
Wait. What? No. What? No.
Yep.
What? What?
Sorg.
I've seen it. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the bad guy, but
Sorg.
Is this with Future Justice League?
Yes.
Okay, not the crossover with the time.
Yeah, no, because that was at the end of Justice League Unlimited.
Okay.
This was a 2-part episode that took place during Batman Beyond.
The call.
When Terry is invited to join the Justice League.
Oh boy. Okay, at that point, Mike, thank you so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Mayhem out. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.